welcome back to another video. So it is Saturday and I am 6 weeks out today. Well, today or tomorrow, I don't know what day I'm competing yet. But I'm like 6 weeks out. Comp is nearly here and just in time for my last session of this block. So the end of week 5, my last incredibly heavy session until comp day. I was 85.8 this morning, so I'm really happy with that. I'm 1.8 kilos over, can't talk, 1.8 kilos over. With 6 weeks to go, I wouldn't be surprised if I managed to drop like another half kilo to a kilo over the next few weeks without even really trying. Like, I'm not going to change my food at this point. I'm just going to keep going as I've been going. By the time I've cut out creatine, probably done a gut cut, I might not even need to, I'll be in. So I will, of course, document all of the food side of things and like weight cutting when it gets closer to the time and what I do. But I'm in a really good spot. I'm feeling really good. So if you've watched last video, which I have uploaded a day late, I've literally just finished making it and it's now uploading on my laptop while I leave. I've just made that video, but in that video I talk about the fact that I have been ill again. It just happens. It's just a week 5 thing. It better not happen comp week, but even if it does, I'll deal with it. But yeah, so I'm feeling a bit brighter today. I managed to actually sleep last night, so that's really good. Still not feeling 100%, but definitely getting, talked it up. Can't breathe. Definitely getting better. So yeah, I'm definitely getting there, and I will be honest, I have gone slightly over my food today. So that's the other update. I move house in 2 days. I get the keys to my house on Monday. It is Saturday. That's very exciting. So this morning, my parents came over with my dad's van, and we've got a lot of furniture that they're getting rid of that's going to the tip, so they've come and collected that this morning. So yeah, had to do a bit of lifting and stuff this morning of different things, but it's fine. Like, my body feels fine. But yeah, I move in 2 days, which is madness. Like, I'm really excited. And this is the last time I'm probably going to be filming in this car, which is also, well, not this car, in this car park, in this parking spot. I can't talk. Anyway, I'll talk more when I get there. I'm going to head to my parents now, and I will speak to you when I'm there.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright.
Okay, so I've I've literally just finished squats, and as you can see, they did not go to plan. I haven't even taken my knee sleeves or shoes off yet. I wanted to just talk about them straight away. Obviously, I'm not happy, but there is context behind it. Definitely going to be some TMI in this section, and not stuff I would normally share on the internet. So 170 for 4 was the planned top set, okay? I've done 170 for a triple before. Today was meant to be 170 for 4. And honestly, on a normal day, I think I would have had it. If you've watched last video, you will know that I mentioned that when I did my 160 top set on my squat day on Wednesday, I felt like Bambi on ice. And I felt the exact same today. I felt incredibly shaky and just not good under the bar. Now, I'm pretty sure I know why. I think it is because I've been ill. Obviously, I mentioned I've had a cold. I've been unwell. And also, this is the TMI part, especially today. Well, this didn't happen on Wednesday. Today, very stomach issues is what we'll say, okay? So I haven't been good today. Also, house stuff is starting to get, not stressful, but I'm such an overthinker. I'm a planner. I can't plan, so I'm getting stressed that I can't plan things to a T. And that's been going in my head all day. It's like all I've spoken about today. This morning I had to help load my dad's van up with stuff so that we could take things to the tip. Well, my parents took them for me. But yeah, we were loading up the van with like all of our furniture and stuff that we're getting rid of. And yeah, it's just not been an ideal day. And obviously I don't moan about externals ever. And nothing, I think being ill hasn't really made a difference. And I think the loading the van and stuff hasn't made a difference. I think what's actually made a difference is just my tummy. On a terrible squat day, I just squatted 170 for a set of 3. I don't know if I could have really grinded out a 4th rep, probably not. But then I also think my positioning was the problem. Like you can see in that video, if you watch my squats normally, I was so unstable. I was all over the place from the first rep. Even my warm-ups, my 140 felt like arse. My 155 also felt terrible. They shouldn't feel bad. So anyway, on a day where squats felt the worst they have possibly ever felt, or at least its entire off-season they have felt, or since the start of my off-season in August, I don't remember the last time squats felt this bad, in all honesty. They have not felt this bad in God knows how long. I haven't failed a squat in God knows how long. Anyway, rambling. I squatted 170 for 3 on an awful day. My comp max is 172, and I know for a fact this was just a bad day, and this will not be the case in 6 weeks' time. So I'm trying to rationalise like that. Now this is where it went a little bit more downhill. I was stubborn, and I always knew hitting 185 after a 170 top set today was going to be difficult, and I was probably only ever going to go up 10 kilos to 180 in all honesty. I was probably not going to take my normal jump to 185, like a 15 kilo jump like I would normally for my fatigue singles. I'm talking really fast because I'm out of breath, sorry. I don't know why I loaded it. In my mind, I was like, no, you can do this. You know you can squat 185. You just need to switch on. You need to go in confident. Those last reps were shaky, but this one doesn't have to be. And I kind of tricked myself into believing it. And then the second I started the descent, I had this, just this internal thought where I was like, you might not have this. That was all it took for me to just psych myself out. So yeah, failed my first squat in, I don't even know how long. It's probably about 18 months, I reckon, at least. It's been a long, long time since I failed a squat. And, the pro of that is that I know I can fail safely at home still. I haven't failed in so long, I was starting to get nervous about what would happen when I actually did fail. Nothing. I remember how to fail. That's fine. Did the bar scrape my back a lot, to be fair, which has been a bit stupid of me because I took my t-shirt off to check and then I couldn't be able to put it back on. So then I did my back off sets in just my sports bra, which meant the bar was on the sore bit, but that's fine. I got through. Anyway, so the plan today was actually meant to be, well, I always play it by ear with back-offs, to be honest. I planned for 2 sets of back-offs on this session, but if my top sets, especially for the last week of the block, well, on the last week, normally I do 3 sets of 5. I'm not getting my words out for my back-offs. But the last week of the block, I normally only do 1 or 2 sets, depending on how the top set moved. And how I'm feeling, basically. And I nearly didn't do any. My legs felt really shaky after 185. And they felt shaky under the bar for my other sets as well, like my warm-ups and everything. I just felt terrible. And I know exactly why, it's just because of my tummy, but lost my train of thought. So yeah, they obviously didn't move great, but it's fine. I decide, what am I saying? But yeah, so anyway, back-offs. I decided I was going to do them. My legs felt shaky as hell, but I was like, no, I need to prove to myself that I can squat, that it's just, I can get that if I practice my back-offs, my squat pattern will come back, I'll remember what I'm doing, and they'll feel more natural. Now, they felt a little bit more natural, but they didn't feel great. But I managed 3 sets of 5 at 150 on the worst squat day I can remember ever having, which is still good. Like, it's all about perspective, and it's better to have a bad day today than in 6 weeks' time. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself. It is a bit annoying that my bad session is literally the last heavy session I've got until comp day. That's a bit annoying, but it's fine. I know for a fact that this was just a bad day. Like, it was literally just a bad day. Externals aren't a thing, but let's be honest, a dodgy tummy and heavy squats don't go hand in hand. And also, I was so nervous for this session, which didn't help either. Like, I was just thinking about it all, well, not even just all day, like last night as well. And I really wanted to spend last night kind of just chilling out and almost like mentally preparing for the session, but I ended up going out and just I just didn't have that option. So it's fine. This next block will be better. We're going to move in on Monday to our new place, and then we're going to get everything that we want to sorted next week on my light week of training, so it won't have an impact. And then it is going to be I'm going to be dialed in next week anyway, but I'm just going to be dialed in. Everything's going to be fine. I am slightly rethinking my prep into comp. I think I might take out fatigue singles and just do a top single back off structure. Mainly, to be honest, for the confidence boost of just hitting singles without a working set beforehand, but I'm not sure yet. That is not something I'm going to decide today because it will be a reaction to this session rather than a logical decision. So yeah, basically perspective. Shit squat day, still tripled 170 and did sets of 5 at 150. It's not too bad. And I think I probably would have had 180 for a single, so I shouldn't be that upset. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink and then I'm going to bench.
I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I tryna keep it going to be continued, or am I tryna lose? Gonna get moving now. I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Still got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where.
Okay, so that is literally the worst session I have possibly ever even had. Squats, there were wins. There were good takeaways, and I felt okay because I managed to get my back offs done. Went on to bench. 70 felt like 70. 100 felt better than it did the other day, so that was a win. 110 just felt awful. Like, 110 felt so bad. Like, it didn't feel heavy, it just felt terrible. And I was like, oh, maybe I was just a bit lazy with my leg drive. I'll just take a longer rest and do better with 115, because I don't really rest on my bench warm-ups either. And then 115, just, I don't even think I think I did touch my chest, but barely. Like, it was just terrible. Like, it was so bad. So I was stubborn, and today's planned back was meant to be 4x4, and it was supposed to be 107.5 to 110. 110 being the optimistic, maybe one set. But again, I was just stubborn, and I was like, this isn't okay. And I was kind of angry, so I made myself load the 110. And I knew I wasn't going to have 4. Like, it was stupid to load 110. But at the same time, I benched 110 for a double on a day where 110 for a single felt like shit. Then I did a 115 single that was slow, and I still managed to bench a double at 110. It wasn't great, it wasn't well executed, but it was a double at 110 on a terrible day. So I was okay with that. Then I was like, right, it's fine, I'll knock 5 kilos off. I know I can do 105 for sets of 4. I know I can. I'll just do 3x4 at 105. I literally did 1 rep, and then I failed. Now, don't get me wrong, I think I reacted emotionally because I did the second rep. Well, I failed the second rep, but as it came off my chest, it was going at a different angle to the rep that I got. Like, I definitely misgrooved it, but I just felt like I had nothing. Like, I felt like I had no power. So I laid on the bench for ages and I was like, what the fuck do I do now? And it was hard. So because I had to strip the bar anyway, I was like, right, I'm just gonna warm back up. I'll see how I feel. So I did 70 for 4. I didn't film it because I thought it would be just a warm up. 70 for a set of 4 felt terrible. Like, it wasn't like I was gonna fail it, but it didn't feel like 70 should feel. So that's when I kind of knew something wasn't right. So I was like, right, I'll try a set at 100. I'll see how it goes. And I think it was fine. I haven't even watched it back. I literally just stopped and filmed this. It was fine. It was okay. But 100 for 4 shouldn't be fine. It should be easy. And I know everyone has days like this, but I don't have days like this. And now I'm sat here and I'm like, I'm filming this because I was like, I'm just going to call it. I'm done. But now I'm sat here, I'm like, I don't want to call it. I want to finish my session and do, like, say 2 more sets of 4 at 100, which I think I will do when I finish filming this, to be honest. But, like, I hate it. I'm so bad at having bad sessions. Like, perspective-wise, my bad session, I squatted 170 for a triple. I squatted 3x5 at 150. I benched 115, even though it wasn't comp stand, but still benched 115. And I did a double at 110 on bench, which shouldn't be bad. Or it shouldn't be bad enough that I'm upset. But I feel like the way training's been going, the standard I've set for myself, the progress I've been making, that is bad. But I'm also like, I mean, I'm not happy in any way, but I'm almost happy that that is a bad session for me because they are good numbers for a bad session compared to the lifter I was 6 months ago. But it's just like, it's just not the session I needed. Like, I am going to just literally move on from it. Like, I'm going to let myself sulk now, but I know that by tomorrow I'll have forgotten, because tomorrow I'm going to sit down, I'm going to plan my peak out for comp. I'm not changing anything. I mean, I think I will, I mentioned earlier, I think I will change the structure of squats. I think I will just do top set, and then maybe rather than having my top triple before my single, like a fatigued single, I'll do my single and then my triple. But I need to sit and think about it properly tomorrow and plan the whole thing out. But I think that's what I was going to do. No, didn't say that right. But I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think that will be good for me, because it will also help strip back the fatigue and it will get me used to doing singles without having to do a working set before, and I think that will be good for me. And also, this is the comp to experiment of what works, because I don't really want to do fatigue singles into comp, because they were supposed to just be an off-season thing, but the way they'd been working, I was like, no, do you know what, I might carry them on into comp. I still wasn't certain, like, that wasn't a set in stone decision I had made, can't talk. Like, I haven't decided what the peak into comp is going to look like yet. So I've kind of been in 2 minds about it, and I think maybe this was the sign that I was going to change it up slightly. But yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to change a lot, don't get me wrong, like back off structure, secondary day, like that is all going to stay the same. My bench block, like my deadlifts, I mean, deadlifts are going to change, to be fair, because I'm just going to do a top single back off structure rather than multiple sets, I think. Again, I haven't planned deadlifts either. I probably sound incredibly disorganised, but like, when I say I haven't planned it, I've had options this whole time, but I want to play around a little bit for this comp, because I feel like what I did for my last couple comps didn't work, so I want to try something different. And if it works, then I'll do that for the British this year. If it doesn't, I might find another little comp to do to practice something else, or just practice something else in training. I don't know, I'm rambling, that's literally not the point of this video. Yeah, I'm not happy, but it's fine. Perspective-wise, these numbers are numbers that I was dreaming of hitting this time a year ago. And I'm hitting them on the worst session I have had in a long time, where I have been incredibly run down. Like, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, like, obviously I've been ill, but like, my mouth is all cut up inside. Like, I think I've got like ulcers and stuff just from, I guess I've run myself down and I'm stressed. I think I'm a lot more stressed about the house move than I kind of realised. Especially with how much I've been overthinking every little detail. Like, I am a stress head, and my inner stress head has definitely been coming out, especially like today. But yeah, I think it's been coming out all week, because I know it's coming up, so yes, it's been terrible, but it hasn't been that terrible. That's what I need to remember, and it's not a true reflection of my strength, like, at all. Like, I PB deadlifts the other day as well. Like, again, I failed at set, but I still PB'd before that, and I need to just remember that. It's stressful. Yeah, so we're back to negative videos, I think. No, it's fine. I'm gonna like write it off. I'm basically just filming this to vent, so it's probably really boring. But yeah, I know it's just a bad day. Like, I haven't been well. Like, my tummy's been not great. My stress has been higher. I've been like on my feet doing loads of things. I've also been stressed catching up with work and clients because I want to make sure everyone is completely sorted so that on Monday I can essentially have a day off. I mean, I'll probably still reply to messages and stuff on Monday, but I don't want to be able to, I don't want to have to use my laptop on Monday because I don't know how busy we're going to be with the move on Monday. So like, I spent the entire morning, so I was loading up my dad's van, and then as soon as I finished doing that, I literally sat on my laptop for like 3.5, 4 hours just getting programs ready, replying to people, getting everyone set up. Like, I think this is just, it's self-inflicted, let's be honest. And again, I'm not moaning about externals because I know for a fact, like, if I go into my comp feeling as terrible as I have done this week, I know roughly what I can hit still, and it's still going to be PBs. Like, no matter what, I will hit PBs at comp. I am 6 weeks out, and I am 100% confident that on all 3 lifts, PBs are going to fall, and decent PBs. And that is the most important thing, and I'm going to enjoy it. And yeah, I need to just remember that. I feel like I need to change the song. Yeah, like, I know everything's going to be fine. I just need to forget this session. I'm also definitely going to do 2 more sets of bench, so I'm going to stop talking now because I've had way too long of a rest break, do my last 2 sets of bench, do my RDLs, and then rush home because it is getting so late as well. I didn't start training until way too late because I was so nervous for squats. Rightfully so, apparently. Anyway, gonna finish my session. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Probably. I don't think I'll have anything more to say unless I fail a set at 100, which would be incredibly bad. But thank you if you made it this far. Apologies for the negativity. It has not been fun, but it's fine. Just gonna get over it. Gonna move on. Gonna feel my feelings today and then be fine tomorrow. And be excited to move house and be excited to compete. So yeah, thank you if you made it this far. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on Friday for the next one. Okay, so that wasn't the end of the video because I feel like I didn't want to end it on that negative of a note. And as always, I've now driven home, I've had time to rationalise, kind of calm down, and I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm still sad, don't get me wrong, like I'm still annoyed with that session, but I'm genuinely worried about it. Although, my mood was like creeping up and creeping up and creeping up. And then when I got like 5 minutes from where we live, because I live in the city centre, it's a Saturday evening, there's obviously a lot of drunk people about. And I literally just saw a man nearly get run over. So this group of people, a car let them go and cross the road, like halfway up like a busy road where there's 2 lanes. I was in the inside lane and this car had stopped to let them go in the left lane. I couldn't see these people that had let them go because it was near the end, and then I just had a bunch of people walk out in front of me. I mean, I stopped with plenty of time, that wasn't the problem, it was fine, but then they went on the other side of the road and just kept walking, and one of them didn't even look. There was a car coming relatively quickly because it is quite, like I said, it's a busy main road in the city centre, and I swear this car was maybe a foot from hitting this man. And this man just like was like, oh, and just carrying on. And I'm like, what is wrong with people? This is why I don't drink. Nothing against anyone that drinks, but you know, don't be dumb. Like, street smarts. And then there were cars parked, just basically abandoned in narrow roads that I had to drive down. And yeah, so I went from being in a gradually better mood as I was driving home to then just like road rage. But it's fine. No one got run over, and I didn't nearly hit anyone, so that's fine. I didn't have to slam my brakes or anything. It's fine. Anyway, so thought process as I was driving home, I very much was like, look, you don't have bad sessions often. I remember vividly my last bad session. It ended in pretty much tears, which to be fair, tonight nearly did. I very rarely have bad sessions. I am on top of everything within my control pretty much year round. And even when I'm not, like when I have a shitty meal or something along those lines, or like, I mean, sleep I just manage as best as I can, but like diet is obviously a big impact, and I can feel when I've had a bad meal. I time my bad meals for my lighter weeks so that they don't impact my sessions. Like, I dial every single thing in within my control as much as I possibly can, all the time, year round. Like, I am on the ball. And the only time I have bad sessions is when stuff is out of my control. My last bad session was when I say bad, I mean like this bad, was almost a year ago. One bad session every, 9-10 months, year or so, like, that's not exactly anything to be upset about. And quite frankly, the reason today was bad was completely out of my control. I have been ill all week, and not only have I been ill, like, I get ill regularly. We know this. If you watch my videos, you've seen I seem to be getting ill every block or two at the moment. And I do wonder if partly I'm getting ill at the end of my blocks because I'm pushing so hard that my immune system is just a little bit weakened. It could be that, but then I've always pushed training hard, so I don't think it is. I think it's just shitty luck. Especially now, I've got a nephew. He gets ill a lot. I see him often. If I don't see him, my mum sees him, and I see her every time I go train. So germs are getting spread about. It's fine. I can deal with training when ill. But, like, today, I mean, my stomach issues, I had no control over. Like, it wasn't because I'd eaten anything. Like, I've been dialed in on my food all week. Like, it wasn't anything to do with that. It was literally just, I think it was just because I've been ill. And that's, like, the final part of my being ill. I don't even know. There was nothing I could have done to stop it. It is what it is. And it's fine. I felt shaky. I felt weak. And that is because of that. Like, I still managed, like, I made sure, I can't get my words out, rambling. I did my best to be as hydrated as possible, eat as well as I could into the session and things so that I stopped upsetting it, but there was nothing I could really do. Like, I did what was in my control, and it is what it is. All I can do now, and all I'm going to do for this next block into comp, is stick to the plan. Remember, I am capable. Mindset is everything. Like, if you don't have faith in your numbers, you're not going to hit them. And I have faith in everything I've got planned. And yeah, I'm just going to dial everything in. Well, it already is, but continue to keep everything dialed in. I'm moving house next week, all right? So yes, next week might be a little bit strenuous, a little bit stressful. We want to redecorate because the colour scheme currently is not the one. But I've already said I'm not painting walls and decorating until after comp because I have whiplash. It flares up all the time with the most minor things, and I just know that if I'm painting walls in the house, it's just going to flare up and my shoulders are going to hurt. So, like, things like that, like, I'm putting all of that off until after comp. I am going to make sure my meal prep is done tomorrow so that everything I'm eating is on track, on plan, macros are hit, everything's fine. My body weight is already where I need it, so I don't really need to cut any more weight. So that's also fine. Like, everything is going to be absolutely dialed in, absolutely perfect to a T between now and competition, and I know it's going to go fine. I just need to remain mentally strong. Like, this whole block hasn't been amazing, let's be honest. Like, I've denied it a lot, but there's been things all through the block that haven't been great. The only thing that might affect comp now is if I get ill again. But I know if it's just a cold, I can push through it. And I know, like, it's not gonna, like, I'm not gonna have the stomach issues that I've had today. Like, that doesn't happen to me very often, and I can't believe I'm talking about this on a video, but it's fine. I just know it's gonna be fine, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I thought through a much better way of saying this on my drive home, but I feel like I've just got can't talk. Just word vomit, just literally just spewing shit. Essentially, I'm fine with how the session went. I'm obviously not happy about it, but everyone has bad sessions, and the reasons for today's bad session were out of my control, like, fully out of my control, and it still wasn't that bad. It's fine, and, like, I just know that it's going to be fine between now and comp. I am going to use this to fuel me. Like, I was already hungry and driven to do well at comp. Like, I'm a very driven person, and I'm very good at dealing when life when life gives me shit. I'm very good at dealing with it, no matter whether it's training wise or just actual life. And that's exactly what I'm going to do at this point. Like, I am going to just head down, which would have done anyway. But yeah, I'm just going to basically use this to fuel the next 5 weeks of training. And also, this was the last heavy, difficult session I've got until comp. So actually, it's plain sailing now. I've just got to stick to the program and cruise through to comp. It's literally just cruise control. Cruise control, compete, nail it. Like, that's what's going to happen now. Anyway, I've rambled so much. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'm actually going to wrap it up this time. If you have made it to the end of this video, I genuinely really appreciate it, because I really don't feel like many people watch these. It's a very small channel. I kind of just do it to have a diary to look back on. But I really appreciate any support that I get. So thank you so much if you've made it this far. And I will see you on Friday for the next video, providing I'm not running behind because of moving. But I shouldn't be. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Oh no, 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인 this is my only answer.
Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. Money soaking, it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower.